Oh no, that's the micro something. Max.
Let's see here. Atenolol 50 milligrams.
Yeah, and I still got like another 2 weeks of that left before.
Okay.
I might make an appointment before then.
All right. Just fully relax your arm. .130 over 72, your pulse is 59, so that's good.
That'll do it.
Okay, let's get your weight. And we'll kind of go through things.
Hello.
Side shot. There we go.
It's ready.
All right.
229.8 pounds.
Oh, it doesn't have a 3 in it.
Good. Almost 4 pounds.
Wow.
3.5 pounds.
I told him this morning I was hoping for 232. Just cross my fingers. That means that I have won the diet bet. It's the first time I've had a diet bet that I didn't lose, or not lose.
When did you go and get your blood drawn?
Monday?
Monday?
Yeah.
All right.
And it worked. It's one of those. I have a rare blood type, so I just automatically do it, without thought. And I found out that they were doing it, and I wanted to do my workout because I missed doing a workout on Saturday, so I wanted to do it on Monday. So I went in. I found out about the blood drive. They made my appointment after my workout, and I was like, perfect, we could do that. So I went and did my workout. Went and got something to eat, and ate as much as I possibly could,
Right.
knowing that I was going to do it. Had the blood drawn, and then was hoping our car would be ready. It wasn't. But thankfully, the place that it's at was across the street from where I was at. So he went and got the shopping cart and brought it over to me so I could take that in and not overdo myself. And
Sure.
we took it easy. And, and of course made sure I ate and drank like I was supposed to. And yesterday got up totally, and I even told him about how they screwed up on this yesterday before all this happened. So, but for some reason the blood draw did not register, and so I had a busy day, and I wanted to get my swimming in, and I got it done, but I did a really crappy job of it, and then I got on the treadmill, and I got over 3 miles an hour, and I started feeling all kinds of weird and couldn't figure out what was wrong, and I realized that if I just stopped, I'll go down, but if I kept going and slowed myself down, then I'd be okay. So I managed to get home. For the life of me, could not figure out what was wrong with me. And I've been drinking and I've been eating.
Yeah, but you take out a lot of red blood cells.
Yeah.
Right, so that's your energy, that's your oxygen carrier.
Yeah.
So you really shouldn't exercise on the days you do that.
Yeah, gee. Well, I did this the day after, but they tell you not to do that for a couple of days. I totally spaced the fact that I even had the blood draw. And I was like, okay, what part of stupid did you not get? I wanna scold myself because I've been doing this for
Yeah.
long enough, I should know better. And I just totally spaced out that I had the blood draw at all, and so I was like, you did what? You know?
Yeah.
Thankfully, I was smart enough to realize, that I had to eat. I've been shoving food in me like I'm supposed to, and drinking like I'm supposed to. Thankfully, I had the diet thing going, so I was, shoving food, and I was like feeling full all the time, so I wasn't worried about
Right.
that part, but.
Well, I mean, you're good. You're 3.5 pounds down, just shy of 4. So, which is good. So, I mean, you're progressing. It's been 2 weeks, so you're.
I've been kicking butt too.
About 1.25 pounds, 1.5 pounds a week. Well, even more than that. You're losing, just under 2 pounds a week, if that's the case. So, you're doing exactly what you should be doing. Remember, we talked about where you're at metabolically in that window, right? So, if we can get you to that 1,000-calorie gap between what you're burning and what you're consuming, that's 2 pounds a week. Right, so you're doing all the right things, right? It's hard. It will always get harder, right? And that's what you're experiencing. You have to work harder at it to get the weight off. And that's where the exercise really is imperative. And that's one of the things that you're doing. So talk to me before your blood drive. I mean, you're being more. Are you being more intense with the activity compared to what you have in the past?
Well, this year I've been sticking with a workout schedule. And after they had the fitness challenge, they gave us a list of workouts, so I've been blending that in all along, and I've just, since I started the diet bet the last time, the day I saw you was the day of the start of the diet bet, and I was like, for once I got a diet bet with no interruptions, damn it.
Yeah.
So I was making sure I was getting my numbers in, I was trying to make sure I got my workout in, if anything, at the beginning of the day. And not at the end of the day, just get it done, get it out of the way, then I can go on with whatever I need to do. And, of course, watching my food and stuff like that. I think we had one day, we went to the Denny's, and Denny's has a light menu, and so I've been making sure I order off the light menu. And this one day, I thought I was ordering a turkey sandwich off the light menu, and come to find out there was 2 turkey sandwiches, and I got them confused, the wrong one. So it was a couple 100 calories more than what I was planning on. And I was like, oops. But that was like, it was an accidental oops. It wasn't an intentional. I'm going to go have this great big thing of ice cream, and no, it wasn't anything like that. I did. These are my numbers for this last week. And I wanted to show you something else that was like to say about.
Okay. This is. I'm getting confused on your dates.
Yeah, towards the bottom is the most recent.
So it's May. Okay.
Yeah. And you can see my numbers last night were a little off.
What's today's? Today's 7th? Yeah. What day did you get your blood draw?
2 days ago.
So the 5th?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good.
I think that's my measurements, right?
Yeah.
And my measurements are finally going down.
Yeah, 42 around the waist. That's good. 2 inches off the hips. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I was excited because I had started that therapy on the stomach, trying to encourage the muscles and stuff like that.
Are you using the stability ball like we talked about?
No, I didn't get that out. I was trying to. That was my bad.
It's all right.
I was looking. When you mentioned it, I was thinking of a certain chair that I want to get that encourages that kind of sitting. And so I've been shopping for it and haven't found it. So that's where I was going with that.
Okay.
So
Stability ball is cheaper than a chair.
So I figured, well, maybe I'll
15 to
have
20 bucks versus 100,
Yeah.
right?
But it's a really nice chair. My dad used to have it, and they got rid of it because it's one of those really funky looking chairs.
Yeah.
But it has it's better for posture. And so I've been shopping for it, and I haven't been able to find it. It's like, now I want
Right.
it, and I can't find it. But anyway.
Well, how are you feeling in general? I mean, you know, 2 weeks later, you're 3.5 pounds down. You know, is it surprising to you? Is it right on track with what you thought it would be?
I'm happy it's finally
Moving, right.
Yeah, 'cause we had, what, 2 months of nothing, and I just wanted to cry, and it's like, well, what the heck am I doing wrong? And then I had to stop and look, you know, I was looking at, going back at my record, and okay, I had a medical issue, I had this issue, I had that issue, you name it, it was happening to me.
Right.
And it kept interrupting everything, and now, even though I was being
you're
good.
6 pounds, you're 6 pounds down from the end of March.
Mhm.
Right at 6 pounds. So, granted, you've lost 3.5 pounds in the last 2 weeks, so things are starting to move a little bit better.
Starting to do something,
Yeah.
and I hope I keep praying it just continues, but and I was scared because every time I had the diet bed, it was like the first time I had the diet bed, I had surgery right after it started, and so I wasn't allowed to work out at all.
Right.
And then I had the second diet bed, I ended up with an infection and had to have a minor surgery, but then I wasn't allowed to go anywhere near a gym for 2 weeks.
Right.
And it's like, finally I got one, and I was like, please, nothing else go wrong with this one, because as it is, I was supposed to be down to 232 in order to win the diet bet.
Okay.
So.
Now, you're not just doing this for the diet bed, are you?
No.
Okay.
No.
Diet bed's gonna always come and go.
Yeah, they come and go, they're only a month long.
Right.
And,
what do you win?
you just basically win your money back.
Okay.
You know, you might win, basically, it's a pot. Everybody puts, you know, like say the 3 of us puts money into the pot. We have to lose, basically, 1% per week, so it's 4% of your weight by the end of the diet bet, okay? And, say at the end of the diet bet, I don't make it, but you two do, okay? You would get the whole pot, the remaining of the pot would be divided between you guys, okay? So like right now, the pot in the diet bet that I'm in is $6,000. Well, obviously I'm not gonna win $6,000, but I would probably win 45 out of my 30, you know, because I put $30 in and it's 45 I win back,
Right.
something like that. So, I managed to make the other 2, but by a hair, and of course right after I gained all this weight back, you know, because it was just crazy trying to get it down there. And this is the first time it's gone down without the crazy, which makes me feel awesome.
Right.
But the biggie with the diet bet is just, I'm such a tightwad with money, I don't want to lose that money, you know. And it's just like with you, it's like, okay, I've had 2 months of no results, and I can't blame you, you know, it's on me. And it's just like, what am I doing wrong? And you know, and then stress and you name it, everything under the sun's happening, and I'm trying to move forward irregardless of what's happening to me. And it's just frustration upon frustration.
Right.
Like that things.
Right.
So it's just one of those, what do you gotta do? Oh, and then this last 2 weeks, our washing machine caught on fire.
Well, luckily, was there water inside the washing machine?
Yeah, my son was running it, and the motor and the belt just
Yeah.
kind of just went, and it wasn't, you know, like it was a contained situation, but the house was just filled with smoke, and we're like, what the heck's going on? And the one thing that bothers me is we got smoke alarms all over the house, and for some reason none of them went off.
That's scary.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, what happened? You know, because we spent a lot of money on those things. It was like a $2,000 system.
Right.
That should work.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Not even our carbon alarm didn't even go off, and it's downstairs. So I'm kind of, what the heck, you know, type of thing. But anyway, you know, if all's well, we got it all cleaned out, and we're still 2 weeks later, we still don't have a washer machine, so I've been having to take my laundry over to my mother's to do the laundry. I feel like a college kid. Mom, can I do my laundry at your house?
Yeah.
But thankfully we have this insurance. If you're not a mechanical person and you're an idiot, we have this insurance that you pay a monthly fee, and then if somebody comes out to do some work, you pay a base amount, and then they pay the rest. So like a $200 bill is $75 or something like
Okay.
that. So it makes it a lot easier. But if they can't fix whatever they're working on, they'll replace it. And I did the calculation, it comes out about even. It's not bad. So we've had a dishwasher replaced, we've had a stove replaced, and now we're gonna have the washing machine replaced.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, well, I keep sending in the paperwork, and evidently it got miscommunicated somewhere, so, and then they sent it back and says, well, we finally got your email, but your pictures didn't come out. I'm like,
So, alright, so here, you're down 3.5 pounds in 2 weeks, right? And do you feel like you're on a good path where you're able to, like, some of this stuff becomes second nature for you?
I needed that. Yeah, it's one of those, shoot, for a long time now. It's just like I get up in the morning, okay, I need a protein, I need a vegetable,
Right.
it's just like going through my menu, what am I gonna have today, and then, it's kinda nice and kinda not, in the sense that, I get everything all ready, and then later on in the day we find out we're gonna go do something that includes food, but I already had that kind of food this morning, so I can't have that, but we're out. What can I do?
Right.
Kind of thing. But if I know it's gonna happen, then I can plan ahead.
Plan accordingly. Good.
Right, it's like, like the other day, he says, well, you had chicken, and I'm like, that was planned into the meal, or planned into my day, so my chicken was okay. Lately, Michael's been getting up and making eggs for us in the morning. He's been trying to master the omelet making type of thing. And we got the pans that have no oil. And I found out he doesn't put milk in his eggs. He puts water in the eggs. I didn't know that. But he cooks up all the veggies and everything like that, and then he tries to make it look all pretty, and it's kind of cute. And so, omelets with a couple of eggs in the morning. It's like, gives me a pretty good start, and then I'm good for the rest of the day, I just have to remember, okay, I had my protein already, there's not enough vegetables to make it, it's like a small handful.
Right.
Not enough vegetables to worry about it, so I make sure I have a salad, that kind of thing, so.
Well, I think you're at a point where, I think where I would like to move you is more in towards a monthly check-in.
Okay.
And see how you're doing. At least try that for a month.
Okay.
Right? Because you've got the behavior skills down. That's not so much the issue. It's just being consistent, right, at this point, right, and moving toward your goal, right? And understanding that, yeah, you still got to stay on a low-calorie diet, still got to do all the right things to move toward your goal, right? So that doesn't change.
Yeah.
It's more of the issue of just being consistent and really increasing the activity, right? And you're following with your physician, here, another 2 weeks?
Yeah, I got 2 weeks left of that, and if we're gonna go 2 weeks out, I need new EG, CG, and probably some Colinex.
Yeah, so here, on those two things, I'm out of those two things. So we're working on getting the online store set up so you can get those things, and you can order them, and they can send directly to you versus always having to come in.
Oh, okay.
Right, so should be hearing back on that today or tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So that makes it easier, right? Second thing too is it decreases, there's a benefit to patients who are existing patients where it reduces your cost of having to come in, right, versus doing that. So that's the other thing too. Let me send you an email once that store's up, because I don't want to have you pay for it and have to come back in and get it. So it's a little bit more of a pain in the butt to do that. So let's do it that way. And then the second thing too is I want you to be consistently active with your your physical activity program, or consistent with your activity program, right? Continue to self-monitor as much as you can, right? And then when you see your physician, because he's going to make a decision on your Law, I think, what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks, well, I run out in 2 weeks, so I
Yeah.
have to make an appointment anyway, so.
Right, and I want you to use that as your kind of a check-in with
Okay.
that. That's why I want to push you out a month.
Oh, okay.
And see how you're progressing.
Okay.
Okay?
I'd be excited if you can knock that down some more, that'd be
Right,
great.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's do that,
Okay.
right? And that way we can see how you're doing. The goal, though, when you come back in a month, you've got to be around 225 or less.
Okay.
Okay? 'Cause that's.
Oh, wow, I just noticed that was the weight I was when I gave birth to Michael.
So that's a short-term goal, right? In a month, you need to be down at 225 or less.
Okay.
For when you come back in.
Okay.
All right? Do you think that's doable?
The way it went this last 2 weeks, I think so.
Okay.
So.
All right. What's your schedule look like here? We're going to push you out to early June.
It should be
So,
okay?
if we do that, so
I'm not sure what my schedule's going to be.
And I was gonna show you something, Mike.
that'd be the 11th, because I'm actually out of town on the 4th.
Okay.
I'm going to put you in at 10 o'clock.
Okay. I went shopping and I got excited and I wanted to do a show and tell quick. Found me a dish, my serving dish and cup, so that way I can control.
Does it give you a?
I don't know, but it's like
Each dish. It's probably about
the size of what my turkey piece would be, or
yeah.
chicken piece. You know,
Yeah, it's about
just
4
about
ounces.
yeah.
Yeah, it's about the size of a palm.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was like, oh, that would work so awesome. And then if I go to get something to drink, you know, like juice or milk or
Right.
something like that, you
And
know.
that's probably a little bit less than a cup, isn't it?
It's about 4 ounces, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's about a
slightly
half
less,
cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was kind of excited. I was out shopping with my mom and I found those 2 items. Then while we were waiting for the car, there was a lady selling Tupperware. You can't buy these. You cannot buy these.
Where did you get them?
They're Tupperware, and usually if you have a Tupperware party, you can get them, or if you can find a Tupperware lady that's kind enough to order it for
Yeah.
you, but you can't order these. This is a third of a cup. That's 1.5 ounces. This is an ounce, and I have been trying to find something for.
This is an ounce, half ounce.
Is it ounce?
This is a half ounce.
Oh, ounce, half ounce.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking it's like a tablespoon or 2.
Yeah, this is about a half ounce, because this is an ounce right here.
Yeah.
Well.
Of course,
might
that's
be pretty
wider
close.
too.
Yeah, it might be close to an ounce.
But I was like excited because, you know, like when you have your little condiments and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and you want to keep control of how much you have.
Exactly.
That I've been trying to find something that small, and I used to have stuff like this when back when, or at least these.
Yep.
These are I'm familiar with, but I hadn't ever seen these things, and you can't buy them.
And this is what it.
That's a third of a cup. I measured
Right.
it.
I was gonna say it looked like about a quarter, but yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking it was a quarter, but yeah, I measured it out because I got my little half cup things.
That's good that you're actually applying more.
Yeah. So I
direct
bought a whole
measurement.
bunch of these. I was like, oh, wow.
So that's the thing that people always underestimate is the portions.
Yeah.
Right, and the serving sizes.
Yeah.
So, no, that's good.
And so I was just like, I need something smaller than a half cup because it's the only thing I could find.
Yeah.
And when I found these, I was like, I'm excited.
That's good.
I thought I'd bring them in, and so it's like, you know, when you're talking to your patients, you could say,
Yep.
go check out Tupperware. They got these things if you can find them.
Yeah.
But
So let's do this. So do you do you need shakes for the course of the month? Because that'd be just 2 canisters. Do you need that?
Yeah.
All right. So what would you want to go with?
Chocolate and vanilla.
Chocolate and vanilla?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what about fruit products?
I've got chocolate and I have apple cinnamon and I have chocolate raspberry.
Apple.
All right. So we'll do apple cinnamon. Do you want just 1 box or do you want to get 2 boxes to last you a month?
2, okay.
2 of each?
Yeah.
Or so you want chocolate, you want apple cinnamon only, or do you want a different flavor?
What was the other one?
Chocolate raspberry and chocolate.
Chocolate raspberry.
All right, so chocolate, vanilla, apple cinnamon, chocolate raspberry.
Right.
So right? All right, let me go get those for you.
Okay.